What up, all my geeks, nerdettes, and that wonderful Technicolor rainbow in between? This is your boy Dragon the Keyblade Maker, back with another vlog. I do apologize for my small hiatus. I was dealing with a bit of a medical issue, but I am doing much better now. Everything is working properly, and I am back on back on YouTube. All right. First of all, let me give you some quick updates. The new con has been added to my schedule this year. Hopefully, big hopefully. I will be attending Colossal Con in Ohio at the beginning of June. So look for updates for that in the near future. I've already posted my possible lineup for that. That might be changing. That probably will be changing within the next few weeks or so, depending on how things work out. But also with that, I am going to be, once again, like I said before, I will be debuting a new cosplay at Katsucon in 2 weeks. So hope to see you guys there. Stop by and say hi. I'll be wandering around the hall, I'll be wandering around the con all day long. All right, that being said, let's go on to today's topic, gender swapping. Yep. This is actually a very common cosplay style of cosplay in the world. A lot of people don't see it very often, kind of pay attention to it very often because all they see is the cosplay. But what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of people who do cosplays oftentimes do a gender swap. Some examples of gender swap cosplays you'll see are Fox McCloud from Star Fox, the QB from Naruto. I've seen a couple Amaterasus which come out very well, as long as with some Sailor Scout gender swaps. Yes, there has been Sailor Scout gender swaps. At that point, the concept of gender swap, for those of you who are not savvy to the term, is a cosplay done where the person of the opposite gender makes that gender version of a anime character. Like I said, generally, like the QB from Naruto is considered a male in that universe, but you'll see a lot of females doing gender swaps of that. Or say you see a guy doing a male gender swap version of Irie from League of Legends. Same concept. A lot of people do these because it gives them that little extra niche in their cosplays, makes them stand out that a little bit more, and it gives a little more artistic freedom because there is no actual version of that person in the said universe that it came from. I myself am in the process of doing a gender swap version of a character, like I said, which will be debuted at Katsucon this year, so look forward to that. It'll be kind of cool. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Other than that, yeah. But I think it's kind of interesting along with this because a lot of people who don't understand the concept of gender swap cosplay often think that a person is cross-dressing or might be transgender in themselves and is doing that as a way to express themselves. That's not always the case. There are some people who are transgender that do cross-dressing cosplays. I have a couple friends who do cross-dressing cosplays. They are great at them. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it's just the person wants to do a gender swap variant. Sorry, that adjustment. It's not a bad thing. It's just, like I said, it's a little thing that gives the person a little bit of a different look to what they cosplay as. Sorry, lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, that being said, I'm kind of trailing into it. The concept of people who do cross-dressing cosplays. Like I said, I have a couple friends who do it, who I know not intimately, but I know them as as good people. I know that they are good people in their nature, and they do cross-dressing cosplays or something similar to that. One of them actually is transgender in themselves. The other one, I don't know. They might be, they might not. I'm not here to judge. But honestly, when they do them, they do an amazing job. First time I ever met one of them, I thought he was a woman. I really did think he was a woman for like 2 seconds. Then I talked to him, got to know him, and find out that he's just a guy who is transgender, which is great. It's awesome. And it's that kind of stuff I like to see because it shows such a broad spectrum of this world, of the cosplay and the nerd world in general. That is not just one kind of person. It's a total spectrum of what people see, of the kind of people you see, the kind of people you meet, you interact with, who does this stuff. Because I think a lot of people who aren't really into the cosplay or nerd world automatically think that there's only one type of person that cosplays. You're that extreme otaku who does, who works at a GameStop or something like that, just does, and just kind of blaying his way through life or something. When that's not the case. A lot of cosplayers actually have pretty decent jobs. There's actually a video on YouTube somewhere, I can't remember the name of it to save my life, but it shows people who are cosplayers but also do other things, such as a corrections officer, a data analyzer, baristas, police officers, teachers, lifeguards, and then there's some people who do cosplay as a living. I hope to get there one day. Help support that. Help support me on that. Kind of get my name out there. Be a product placement right there for you, babe. But being said, it's a broad world. You never know who you meet. You never know who you you see. You may not be a cosplayer, but you might find someone who has similar interests to you who are cosplayers. And I think it's because of this, because you have this unique medium that you can really make honest friends and meet honest, good people in this world. When you find a common ground like this, which is unique in and of itself, but then allows you to see such a broader part of this world, I think that's where you really get to find good people. But yeah, sorry, I kind of trailed off there for a little bit because kind of connected somewhere weird there. But yes, gender swapping cosplays. Great concept, great idea. Honestly, I think some more people should do it because you really get to see the true artistic freedoms and the creativity that a lot of people have. I would love to see a female swapped Optimus Prime. That would be amazing. Or maybe a male version of RC. That would be amazing. Show me a female Wander from Wander Over Yonder. That would be awesome. I think that would be very interesting. It would be very unique. Or even, I've seen people do gender swaps. I have a friend who does a gender swapped cosplay of Scorpion. She does a really great job. You should check her out. But yeah, gender swapping in cosplay, I think is a great idea. I think it broadens the possibilities of what people can do and what you can get to see by leaps and bounds. And I think there should be more of it. I really do believe there should be more of it. Because I think it would also bring a lot of people together. A lot of people together that you normally wouldn't interact with each other because of like their day-to-day lives or anything like that. But yeah, so gender swap cosplaying, get into it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be like the next big thing since like sliced bread. I guarantee you. It's just gonna take over. It's gonna take over like Pokemon Go or something like that. But anyway, this is your boy Dragon the Keyblade Maker. It's been fun chatting with you. Remember, guys, always stay nerdy.